My name is Angie Schlater. I am a program officer at the MacArthur Foundation, and I've been doing this job since 2015, and the work has been focused on supporting researchers and analysts who work to reduce the risk of nuclear weapons. I'd say my area of expertise is really philanthropy. It's not necessarily nuclear policy. However, since I've been in this job, I've learned a lot about the field and the practitioners and researchers who comprise the field. So I have a little bit of an interesting and unusual career path for people working in this space. I have a PhD in history, and so I'm trained as a historian and in American history. I live in Chicago, and when I was in my first graduate program, I got a job at the MacArthur Foundation in their archives and special collections. So I learned about the work of the foundation through that internship, and then started working in what was then the Peace and International Cooperation Program. And I worked on a project that gave grants to individuals who were doing research. So doing that work, I really learned kind of the broad area of work that makes up the peace and security field. And within that, there were some people doing research on nuclear weapons and disarmament and non-proliferation. So that's kind of how I came into this. And then I left, finished my PhD, came back as a consultant, and then landed in this nuclear challenges program. I think the public feels like somebody else is handling it, and that somebody else will, solve the problem and keep them safe. And so I think there's work to be done helping regular people and citizens understand the risks posed by nuclear weapons and how that risk intersects with other parts of their lives, and also other risks like climate change and social justice. And so I think that if there was a way in which we could bring people along and educate them in a way that doesn't scare them, I think that would be great. And I think that then people would have a better understanding of the risks. That's what I think is going to be important moving forward for the field and for research in this area, is to diversify the people and topics that are being studied. And I think, for example, this trip that we're on right now in Mexico City, listening to the different ideas and work that's being done by this working group, they're approaching nuclear risk from a variety of perspectives. And I think that is going to be really important moving forward. And so how can we, as a community, educate new people and educate people in a way that makes them interested in the topic? I would say that I think what concerns me is sort of the blind adherence to nuclear deterrence as a theory, and also modernizing our weapons systems absent of real debate on whether or not they're keeping us safe. That's concerning to me.